What is going on, everybody? Survival Instinct here, and welcome to Atlas Empires. Now, if you don't know what Atlas Empire is, it's kind of like a mix between Clash of Clans with the open worldiness of Pokemon Go. As soon as it loads up, I'm going to show you my base here. Now, when you load into a game, you can put your base wherever you want into the world. Mine is actually at my house, and I'm at the park right now, so you're not going to see my base in the open world. But this is my base. I've got a Town Hall level 6, and I try and upgrade everything before I upgrade my Town Hall. But I've kind of reached a point where everything that I'm going to upgrade is requiring a thing called a Crystal Hammer. Now, Crystal Hammers are these things in the bottom right. They're you find them out in the open world. Now, I will say right now with the game being in, I think it's still early access or still in development, whatever it is. I don't know what to call it. But the GPS, at least for my area, is not good at tracking where you are, and you kind of just flop around all over the place, it feels like sometimes. So finding the Crystal Hammers is going to be pretty difficult for me, I think, today. But if I can, I want to try and find at least 7 or 8. Probably only going to be lucky and find maybe 1 or 2, which is going to kind of crappy, but that'll help me at least upgrade a couple things. And here's where you get your troops. You find your troops by getting cards. You get cards different ways. You can occasionally get them in chests, or you can get them from the dealers. If you go get the game, it takes you through the tutorial. It explains all of it pretty well. There's not really a need for me to really go into it. Here's where you will upgrade your card. Once you have enough of them, you get the training book, which is training book is something that I need to find, but they're rather difficult to find. You kind of need outlooks and stuff to find those. I think that's pretty much everything I need to show you as far as my town goes. So let's just jump into the open world now. So this is where you get kind of the open world of Pokemon-ish type deal of it. As I said, the GPS is kind of crappy, so finding things is really difficult, but this is where you would speak of the devil. There is a Crystal Hammer right there. I don't know what direction I need to go to find it, though. Like, that's what's... Oh, the GPS, man, is going to kill me right now. But that's what I need. You find those in the open world, obviously. And then there are outposts that if you donate to them, it's a community thing. Everyone that donates gets part of the rewards after like 16 hours of it being up. And you can get training books. I think that's probably going to be the best way of getting training books at the moment. But without any further ado, I'm going to start walking, and hopefully I can find this Crystal Hammer. I think this might have been the same Crystal Hammer I actually saw earlier, but because the GPS is so wonky and I keep flopping around all over the place, I don't know what direction I need to go to find that, so I may or may not be able to get that Crystal Hammer. Either way, it might be the fact that I don't have the greatest of signal, so I may end up going somewhere else to do a little hunting, but I've only got a finite amount of time today. But hopefully we can find some Crystal Hammers. I need like 7 or 8, as I said. And if not, there's actually one other thing that I want to test out today, which is getting these runes. The runes are super easy to get. You use them to buy cards and different things, like Book of Training, 45. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and take that. And you can buy chests. I have yet to buy a chest, so I don't know if it's any good. You can use the runes to buy the gold, which again you use to upgrade buildings and everything. And there's money. I actually have not spent any money. This game is very good about letting you get that currency, the gems or whatever, without actually having to do pay to win or anything like that. Simply because, like as you saw, I've got 1,000. I spent no money, and I've already spent probably 100 or 2. And that's simply because they had this promotion thing going on where you invite people into the game, and that gives you 100 runes. So I invited a couple people into the game. Most of them were in family, and they joined, and I got a bunch of runes. And there's also, if you go into the events, which I'm going to test this out today, which is going to be pretty fun because I've never actually eaten at Jimmy John's. I'm going to hook my card up and everything, and I'm going to go to Jimmy John's for the first time, like, ever, and see how good they are. And for every $1 I spend at Jimmy John's, I get another 15 runes. And there's a couple places you can do that with Jimmy John's. You got Burger King here, Moe's apparently. Wow, when did Moe's pop up? Popeye. Wow. Okay, so they have more than I even realized. Apparently, I think they're working on I think it's called Speedway or something like that, a gas station. So like you hook up your card, and it's through Visa. So I mean, it's supposedly going to be pretty easy to set up. I'm going to set it up off camera, obviously. And then I'm going to go to try out Jimmy John's for the first time and get me some free runes. I'm not entirely sure how fast I'll actually receive the runes as a reward, but it's kind of one of the things I want to test. And as you can see, because I flopped around, I no longer know where that crystal hammer is. Okay, well, that's annoying. Regardless, a lot of talking. I'm going to start walking and trying to find one of these crystal hammers. So as you saw, I was able to get 3 of the crystal hammers. So that's not a lot. I still need like 4 or 5 more, but I'll get there. But also, I am very happy with the speed that the Jimmy John's stuff went from me actually paying it to getting the in-game reward. That was way faster than I expected. Like I paid for the food, I got my drink cup, I put my stuff down on the table, and by the time I had come back from filling up my drink, it was there. And it was like 100 and something gems. I don't know. I didn't really pay that much attention because I had food and I was really hungry. But also, Jimmy John's was actually pretty good. It wasn't what I was expecting. Like I said, I had never been to Jimmy John's before, and I was completely unaware it was a sandwich shop when I went in. And I'm not the biggest fan of sandwiches, but I'll eat them every now and then, and to get the in-game rewards, you know what? It's pretty good. I will say that once I left the park and went actually into like downtown Hickory or into the actual city of Hickory, the GPS and walking around was a lot smoother, but it's still at least something to be desired. Like Pokemon has kind of, I guess, got me to where I expect games to be better than they are. Than they are. Like, at least when I got into town, unlike when I was at the park, I could tell where I was at. I know, like, I saw, like, the crystal hammer in the distance. I was like, okay, this is where I am. That's the direction I need to know. Where when I was in the park and I was flipping around all over the place, now again, part of that was definitely the signal, but even when I had a better signal in town, it was still, like, jumpy. It wasn't like smooth walking. It was like, you're here, and now you're here, and now you're here. It left something to be desired. But I mean, it wasn't that bad, and I definitely expect it to get better. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you have the game and if you are enjoying it. I'm thinking maybe in future videos I might just, say I'm going to out of town or something to, say I'm going to Charleston to visit my sister and brother-in-law. May just like, hey, I'm going to go out and I'm just going to find like 3 or 4 totally random bases that other people have put down in the surrounding area that I go to, and then just kind of, film that way, kind of get like a sort of a shout out type deal, I guess, of like, hey, this is who I've run it, like this person's base I ran into today. And, yeah, I'm thinking that might be future plans. Let me know if that would be something that y'all would want to see. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And, I will hopefully see you in the next one. Deuces!